Hi everyone, brief introduction. My name is Aisha Moss. I am a former merchandise product development graduate and I'm currently pursuing my bachelor's. Try to find the road to success and you'll seek but never find. But blaze your own path and the road to success will trail behind you. I wanted to share this quote because it's very important to me when planning out my future. I think it's very important to set yourself apart from what other people are doing. And when you create your own path, you begin to really follow out your dreams the way you want to and not anybody else's way. And you eventually have no regrets at the end of it. Everything becomes a learning process and very important to your development within your field. This presentation will cover some positions that I found that I think I'm qualified or possess the skills for, how I will attain them, why they're important, and at the end of the day, how I think the experience gained from working in these positions will help me to reach. Ever since I was a kid, starting at about 6 years old, I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I went outside to my driveway and found some pebbles that lived there, drew some faces on them and painted them, and had a rock stand. While everyone was selling lemonade or treats or something like that, I knew my rocks were cool and that someone would buy them. Granted, I only made $5 that day, but I think that's pretty good amount of money for some rocks that already exist in the middle of the street. Needless to say, I think it is very important that along the way you find some positions to kind of get your start in and get some experience and some hands-on strategies and techniques to make sure that what you want to do excels in a way that is neat to compete with other businesses that are similar to yours. Nowadays, I have interest in cupcake design and pastry design. And after I did some research on Indeed and WorkPop and Hari.com, I was able to come across a couple positions that I thought would be good types of positions to get myself involved in and get some hands-on development before launching my own entrepreneurial goal. A wise person once told me that it takes hustle and muscle to initially find success. And what that means is you have to hustle, do things outside of getting up and going to work every day to work towards that end goal. And using your muscle, you have to get up every day and you probably go to a job, whether you like it or not, to gain hands-on experience in that field or working with others or being a manager. But at the end of the day, the two should be very important to your development. And at the end of the day, you should be able to exceed optimum success by combining the two aspects. After conducting my research, I came across 4 positions that I thought I was the most qualified for and have the best potential at achieving. Pastry chef, bake shop counterperson, barista at a dessert sweet shops. Also, they're looking for a counterperson and a kids event assistant. And lastly, a food vendor at Event Rocket Food Market. I will go into further detail of why I think these positions are good for me later on. After analyzing these positions, I have made a list of my strengths and weaknesses. Some strengths I think that are good for applying for these positions is that I possess an associate's degree in merchandise product development. Very quickly, that covers digital design, product management, sourcing, and I think all those are really good things to know, especially when you want to own your own business and when you become a top official in a company. Also, I am in pursuit of a bachelor's in business management, which I also think will look very good when trying to apply or grow into top positions. I'm comfortable working in fast-paced environment as a result of my vast retail experience. I've been working in retail for 5 years plus. I have strong verbal and nonverbal communication skills and have the ability to engage with not just adults, but have vast experience engaging with children. On the other hand, there are some challenges that I think I face when applying to these positions. For example, I have very limited food industry experience. I have never acquired any pastry training or formal education about that business or that area, although I do possess interest and self-taught abilities. I have also yet to complete a food handler certificate. Although I am in the works to attain one, I have not yet completed the courses. And last but not least, I think I don't have managerial experience to reach top level positions that I would like to apply for, although I may have some of the other qualifications that they're looking for. In summary, my overall target goal would be to launch my own cupcakery and dessert catering company. And although that seems like a reach right now at 22 and still in college, I know that with the execution of this plan and continuing to hustle and use my muscle at the same time, I will eventually come to this goal. In terms of what position worked best for me as a result of my research, I think to be a counter person at Snook Nooks Cafe would be my best bet. Although I have very limited experience in the food industry and making desserts and being a barista, I have very vast retail knowledge and cashier experience. And also, I'm very customer service driven. As a result of my retail knowledge, I know what customers are usually coming in for, and I'm really good at engaging with them. Furthermore, with experience working with kids, I am also good at engaging with children and parents and family members and hosting parties. I have worked with kids as a teacher and as well as a previous party host. I think I'm very organized and I'm a great multitasker, and that's something that the ad was calling for, someone that could work in a fast paced environment and still handle multiple tasks at one time and still keep it together. Last but not least, there's room for growth in this position, and starting out very early with this low maintenance position, I would like to be able to grow within the company. The company ad says that upon growth within the position, you could eventually be the kids' event assistant. Um, Going into desserts and cupcakes and things like that, party planning is very essential, especially for the atmosphere that I want my desserts and cupcakes in. So I think experience in that would be great towards my end goal. As far as my plan of action goes, I think it would be smart for me to get a head start in working in a position like I just mentioned as a barista and a counter person. Moving forward, I hope to grow within the company and become the event assistant, and furthermore, after that, eventually maybe become event manager or manager of the entire cafe. Moving on from there, just to give you a little background information, Event Rocket Food Market is a place where vendors can go and sell their own things. Currently, a part of my hustle, I do make cupcakes and cakes, and I think it would be smart for me to participate in the food market. I could start getting my business out there and branding and trying out some new flavors. And I think this could go under my hustle part of my equation. Simultaneously, I will be building my business plan and hopefully experience gained within moving up in the company will give me some insight on certain things that I want my business to do and not want my business to do. And upon completion of my business plan, I want to get started on launching my business. And I think everything that I've learned within this research has really helped me to focus on my career goals. I have now a strong analysis of my strengths and my weaknesses, and that can really help me with job searching. Should my plan of action not start the way I wanted and I need to seek other positions, I know where my strengths are and I know what some challenges are for me. And I think being aware of that gives you a realistic idea of what you can really expect from a job. And last but not least, I think I learned that it's important to take risks. Although you may not have all the skills or qualifications that an ad may look for, it is important that you still apply because your experience might outweigh that one thing that you don't know, or maybe that's something that could be taught to you that is not required of everyone to know. So I think it's important to just take risks. As a cupcake and dessert enthusiast and future entrepreneur, I want to leave you with this. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you do, then you'll be successful. I think as an entrepreneur, you really tend to love what you're trying to put forth in front of the public. And if you love what you do, then you cannot fail. Thank you.